Former First Lady Barbara Bush has died. A family spokesperson says she passed away today in Houston. Her son, former President George W. Bush, says the family's, quote, souls are settled because we know hers was. In a statement, he calls her a fabulous First Lady and a woman unlike any other who brought levity, love, and literacy to millions. He says his mother kept us on our toes and kept us laughing until the end. Her influence felt around the world and especially here in Texas. Our Annette Garcia joins us now from a San Antonio school with a familiar name. Hello, Annette. A very significant place today.
That's right. This year marks 20 years since this middle school opened its doors, and teachers and students here at Barbara Bush Middle School say they've always felt a very special connection with the former First Lady on San Antonio's north side. Annette Garcia, Spectrum News.
All right, thank you for the story, Annette. Barbara Bush passing away today after ending treatment for her failing health. Wolf Blitzer brings us more on her life.
America.
Coverage continues here on Spectrum News. We are pleased to bring in Governor Greg Abbott. Governor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. First thing we want to ask you is, what's the latest? We're hearing that this guy acted alone. Is that what you're hearing?
Listen, the information that we have as of this minute is that he did act alone. However, I would say it's premature to completely.
A retraction from Chief Willie McManus that, again, there was only one package inside the facility you see right behind me. That's the latest now from Church. John Garcia, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. A huge piece of news there, because for the last hour or so, we've been going under the impression that not only did one package explode at that church facility, but that they had one that was intact.
Saying to a coach or school boosters, I expect the boy to read, else he doesn't play, takes courage. Mark White had courage.
President Bush there remembering former Governor Mark White. Welcome back to our special coverage of Mark White lying in state today at the Texas Capitol from noon until 3 o'clock. People there paying their respects and saying their final goodbyes to the governor who served from 1983 until 1987.
We want to go to our Alex Stockwell right now. She is at the Capitol Rotunda as the lawmakers and other dignitaries make their way through.
Stood for what he believed in. Ed, Karina?
Yeah, no question. Thank you, Alex. Harold Cook is still with us. And Harold, you've got a story that kind of demonstrates what kind of a man Mark White was.
Yeah, I've actually got two things to say.
Tropical storm Harvey prompting dramatic rescues across the state. Houston police received thousands of calls for help and rescue hundreds of people this weekend as rain continues to drench the city.
Devastating damage, powerful winds, and relentless rain leaves wreckage across the state. FEMA's top officials say Texas will be recovering for years.
And closer to home, Bastrop residents are now facing the same choice many in the coast faced last week. Should we evacuate? And
what is this guy doing out here?
Do as I say, not as I do. Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo takes to the city's flooded streets with a message of safety. Thanks for staying with us here on Spectrum News. I'm Victor Diaz.
And I'm Al.
Well, those winds are whipping up on the Texas coast as Hurricane Harvey makes its presence known. It's making landfall tonight, bringing life-threatening storm surges, rainfall, and high wind like many folks have never seen before. We're now taking a live look from Galveston. This is a webcam situated near the seawall. Harvey became a Category 4 hurricane around 6 this evening, and it's expected to make landfall in the next few hours. We continue following this major storm all night long. Good evening, I'm Victor Diaz. We'll go right to the Weather Center now and check in with Mary Wasson for the latest on Harvey.
Well, as you know,
we turn to our team coverage near the coast. Our Jeff Stensland is in Wharton, that is southwest of Houston, where a voluntary evacuation was called for this morning. Hello, Jeff. What's the situation out there?
Well, there's still some people in town here, quite a few people, especially a lot of us that were.
It's clear that it's migrated through the treatment plant into the distribution system and that it's at the customer's taps.
Without clean water, we cannot live. It's really just that simple.
And joined now by Booth Goodwin, U.S. Attorney for Southern West Virginia.
Literally have $80 million in the bank, ready to do renovations at Mountaineer Field, at the Coliseum, the Shell building, and facilities are hugely important. I think we've got a great group of coaches, a great group of administrators, student athletes, tremendous fans, maybe the best fan base in the country, people that really love and care about the Mountaineers. So I think this is a very attractive position.
It's very simple. It's the food that you're going to taste, and it's the food that people are going to come back for. When she was getting older and we all left the house, that's when she started venturing into the whole cooking phase, and then she had the idea, hey, we should open a little trailer, and that it took off from there.